Here we go, week 6.
Week 6, baby.
5 up, 5 down.
Yeah.
6. Week 6, Stardom Sit-em edition. By far, still.
Yeah.
This is the episode to go to right here.
This is it, baby. This is the
cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, you guys.
Creme de la creme.
Wow. Woo.
You like that?
That's nice. No, I mean, hey, this is by far our most popular episode, and hey, we're hitting it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to have a miss here and there.
Yeah.
I said Evan Ingram last week. Didn't happen, but you know what? We got some good names this week. We told everybody to sit Todd Gurley last week.
Yes, we did.
And everybody looked at us like we were crazy. We almost had hate mail. We had all kinds of stuff saying, what are you guys talking about? Todd Gurley had 4 points last week.
Yes.
4 points. Four. There's no number in front of it. He had 4.
Yep.
I told everybody, you're probably not going to sit him, but don't expect it. It happened. Deshaun Jackson told you he was going to have a big game. He had 100-plus yards.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper was one of our sits of the week. How'd that work out for him?
Exactly.
0. Tyrod Taylor.
Hey.
We told everybody to sit. 166, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, only 10 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron was a sit last week. That one worked out pretty good. So, I mean, we got a lot of good names on here. We do a lot of research to get you guys these names, and they're worth paying attention to.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're just not
we're not winging it.
We're not winging this thing, man. We're doing our research, all the analytics. You know, we're doing all of that.
You know, when you guys are all eating beer and wings, we're studying.
While we eating beer and wings,
while we eat beer and wings,
but we're studying.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to find these good names for you guys to get you some winning lineups.
Yes.
So we'll go right into it. We're going to start off with quarterback.
Yeah.
Mac, why don't you hit him off with who's your start of the week for quarterback?
Man, my start of the week is a Mr. Drew Brees. This guy,
he's all right.
You know, some people have heard of him, but yeah, he's coming back off of his bye. They're at home against the Lions. Man, this, you know, at first, you know, before the whole Matthew Stafford situation, because you know you got to keep your eyes peeled on see what's going on with him, you know, with the injury and everything. But regardless, I don't even care if Peyton Manning was playing for the Lions. Drew Brees is going to throw the ball like none other. I mean,
What about Aaron Rodgers?
They're close.
They're close.
They're close. But I mean, you know, typically
when he comes, Tom Brady.
Thomas Brady's pretty good
They're
too.
Close. We go on 1, 2, and 3 right there, right?
Yeah. But I mean, this week I think Brees is going to be just a tad bit above these guys. Reason being, like I said, he's coming off his bye, coming back home against the Lions. He's going to have Mr. Willie Snead back. Michael Thomas is going to be doing his thing. Coby Fleener might even show up.
Is Coby Fleener this week's Ed Dixon?
Possibly. It's possible.
Ed Dixon did it against Detroit.
Exactly.
Why not Coby Fleener?
Why not?
Sling the Fleener, baby.
Sling the Fleener.
You had to put that little shameless plug in there. No, but I mean, absolutely. Drew Brees, great start this week.
Yeah.
If he's somebody that you had to, obviously you had him on your bench last week because you had a bye week. You picked up somebody else. If you picked up somebody else who had a great week, don't be tempted to sit Drew Brees this week.
Don't do it.
I mean, it's just not smart.
Don't do
Play your studs.
Play them.
Play your studs. And that's going to lead me into my start of the week for quarterback. And a lot of people are going to think, oh, this is kind of obvious because of how he's played lately.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be a little bold right here, and I'm going to say this guy right here, he's going to finish well inside the top 10 for the season.
Okay.
And in my book, this is just for me personally, there's only 4 quarterbacks in the NFL that I would start over this guy rest of season.
Okay.
Now, outside of Brady, Brees, Rodgers, and Matt Ryan is who I would put in there for mine just because of the type of offense they throw so much.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah. Man, yeah.
Now, he's a rookie. He's had a few great weeks. Dude threw 5 touchdowns last week against a Kansas City defense who's no slouch by any means.
No.
I mean, they don't have, a few pieces, but they got a great pass rush. They got a good secondary.
Yeah.
Watson carved him up. He's got the rushing ability. They're going to be at home versus Cleveland. Poor Cleveland. The offense looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, they just ran into another great offense this past week with Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
Fun, exciting game.
Yeah.
But Deshaun Watson is the real deal.
Yeah.
I think we talked about him in episode 1 or 2 in the preseason to say, hey, this dude's going to be something in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
And it's happening. It's happening quick.
Yeah.
But Deshaun Watson, absolutely. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of Twitter questions this week and a lot of YouTube comments about Deshaun Watson. Should I start Deshaun Watson or Matt Stafford or Carson Palmer or something? Yeah. Deshaun Watson will be my answer every time this week.
Yes, indeed.
You guys can still ask the question. We love the questions. Ask them. I'm just telling you the answer is going to be Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. And, speaking of another guy that made me think about it when you said about one of our first episodes, and I think the very first one we also talked about Mr. Carson Wentz. Man, he's balling out of control too. If I had a /1A, 1B, he'd probably be another one I would start too. My sit of the week for quarterback, Mr. Jared Goff.
This was coming.
Yeah.
We called this a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
It was all good and fine when you got some cream puffs on your schedule.
Exactly. Now
things get a little tougher.
It's getting a little real out here.
Yeah.
They're going against the Jags. Jags going back home. Man. Now, let me preface this and say, okay, Big Ben, he threw for 5, interceptions against the Jags. Goff is, man, I just can't see him. I'm not saying he's going to throw 5, but he might have a couple in there. You know what I mean? That secondary for the Jaguars are phenomenal.
Yeah, Seattle's defense gave Goff all kinds of problems.
Gave him fits, man.
The Jacksonville defense looks even better than the Seattle defense.
Right.
I mean, Jacksonville is playing lights out on defense. Yeah. So, absolutely, Jared Goff. If you got all excited your first few weeks and you picked up Jared Goff and you threw him in your lineup, hey, good job your first couple weeks.
Yeah.
Now is the time to bench or drop Jared Goff because that schedule is not getting any easier.
It's not. And, it's going to affect Todd Gurley like we spoke of, in our earlier videos. So, with that running game not, doing as well, Jared Goff and Sammy, where is he?
I don't know where Sammy's at. You would think that, they're not even trying to get him involved. It's not even if he's open, we'll throw it that way. Yeah. But otherwise, they're not trying to get him open. They're not trying to get him in space. Nothing. He's just non-existent.
Yeah. So Jared Goff this week is my sit.
All right, I'm going to go for mine, and I purposely picked this one just so you didn't have to. Yeah. Because I know the last episode you got to get it off your chest a little bit.
Thank you.
Sit of the week, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
For no other reason, I could just take his post-game comments and bench him for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
If a professional athlete comes out and says, maybe I just don't have it anymore, that's the first clue to say he's mentally checked out.
Yeah.
He's out there, he's playing, he's trying, but he's not as invested as he was in years past.
Yeah.
They just look lost on offense for the pieces that they have.
Right.
They look like an offensive team trying to find an identity. They don't look like an offensive team that has had an identity for years.
Yeah.
With Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown and Martavis Bryant, they just don't. They're not clicking.
No.
At all.
They're supposed to be the killer bees, man.
Yeah, they ain't. They're more like beeswax.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but it is. They're just not impressive. You don't get excited. Antonio had a great day this past week, but that's going to happen. But the team still just doesn't. They're just not clicking. Ben Roethlisberger looks like he's totally checked out.
Yeah.
And if he's checked out, he's not in my lineup.
No. Can't have it. All right. Let's move on to RBs. And this one, man, I tell you, I had to kind of have a change of heart. This is a guy that, early on in the season, I had a little apprehension about. And for good reasons because of, the injury history and so on and so forth. But he's proven to be a pure stud, man. And this week, I'm going with Mr. Leonard Fournette at home against the Rams. His schedule is starting to get a tad bit, harder, coming up against more tough, stout defensive fronts. But, man, this guy's a beast, dog.
They tried to run it up the middle this past week just to end the game, to keep the clock moving, and he busted it for 90.
Man. So, and he's really doing it without a prolific passing attack, so to speak. They've got some weapons, but nothing to the effect of where it alleviates teams from stacking the box, and he's still been effective.
Yep.
So I can see Leonard Fournette not necessarily having that type of game that he had this past week, but he's going to be definitely an RB1. So if you've got him in your lineup,
leave him.
I
think one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in all my years of watching football was watching Leonard Fournette this past week. He's coming to the outside, and he actually waved the defender on. Like,
Man.
come on, come get you some.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw his hand go up, I was like, somebody's about to get trucked.
Yeah.
And that was a huge collision. Now, credit to the defensive player. He hung in there. He didn't just get, plowed over. But that right there, that's a grown man play.
That's
not a rookie running back play. That's a grown man play right there. And lots of respect for Leonard Fournette.
No doubt.
I'm going to go with somebody way farther down the ranking sheet.
All right.
Somebody that we field a lot of questions about. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, everybody looks at the rushing numbers for this guy and kind of discounts him like, I don't know if I should start him. Duke Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Duke Johnson needs to be started weekly. I mean, yes, he is not going to overwhelm you with his rushing stats as a running back. 6 carries for 20 yards this past week. But every week, he's lining up in the slot majority of his plays.
Yeah.
He's on the field almost every offensive play of the game.
Yeah.
This past week, another 3 receptions, 63 yards, and a touchdown. This is a few weeks in a row now.
Yeah,
I mean, Duke Johnson is not a fluke.
No.
They like Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
They try to find ways to get Duke Johnson in the game. Like we were talking about with Sammy, trying to get him in space. They do that with Duke Johnson in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They know he's their best playmaker on offense, and it's working.
Yeah.
You got Duke Johnson. I'm almost to the point where Duke Johnson he's an okay RB2 for me.
Yeah.
Even in non-PPR.
Absolutely. And even in standard leagues, he's almost a flex every week, flex option, man. I really like him. Now, I'm not saying go out there and drop Crowell if you have him, but because I think, he will have a place in his offense, going forward, especially if Duke continues to do what he's doing. But yeah, man, Duke, he's looking awesome. He's looking amazing.
He's matchup proof at this point because if he's going up against a tough run defense, he's going to line up in the slot.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it is what it is, and they're going to look for him week in, week out. Duke Johnson needs to be in the lineup.
All right. For my sit of the week, going with Mr. Wayne Gallman.
Wayne Gallman.
This dude, I mean, now he's shown flashes, and the whole situation in New York, man, is looking pretty bad. But now it's almost going from bad to worse because they're going up against the Broncos.
He's probably, as of today, now we do record this earlier in the week, so as of right now, he's looking to get the start.
Yeah.
With Orleans Darkwood battling an injury.
The dark one.
Yeah. Shane Vereen may see a slight uptick in some pass catching stuff.
Yeah.
Due to their lack of receivers. Dude from Section 305, I heard, just signed a 3-week contract until Shepard gets back.
Yeah.
He's signed up, I think, for 3 bratwursts, 2 beers, and a pack of peanuts a week.
Yeah.
So he'll be out there for the Giants.
Yeah.
They have no weapons. Teams are going to be able to just go, stack the box against the run.
Yeah,
they don't need to worry about the outside receivers anymore for the next couple of weeks. So
no.
Yeah.
That's the ugly
if you got Wayne Gallman and you were excited about picking him up last week because he was going to get a chance, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah.
My sit of the week, I'm going to go with Carlos Hyde.
Okay.
Now, yes, he's all banged up. We don't know how much he's going to be limited this week, but his injuries are just starting to pile up.
Yeah.
It's one thing after another. You can see Breida starting to take carries here and there. That's moving more towards a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
And it would not surprise me if Hyde misses a few weeks coming up just to get him back to health because, this is Hyde's contract year. They drafted Breida. They want to see what Breida has before they pay Hyde.
Yeah.
Breida's opportunity is coming. That kind of scares me right there. Carlos Hyde, for me, no more than a flex play.
Yeah. Again, because you never know, man. I mean, like I said, they don't want to pay this guy that type of money knowing that they got a young back-end Breida.
That they drafted.
Yeah, exactly. That is producing just as well. So, yeah, I agree with you on that. Let's move on to tight end for the week. My tight end start is Mr. Cameron Brate. He had a really, really great game last week, against the Patriots. We thought that whole game was going to be fireworks, man. But, in segments, Cam Brate was one of the shining moments. I like it. It's pretty good.
It didn't happen, though.
No.
It didn't. There was no fireworks.
But it wasn't like we expected. We thought, man, it's going to be like a NCAA type of.
It's going to be a 50-60 game.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
not so much. But again, Cam Brate had a nice game, And I can see him doing the same thing this week against Arizona. Mr. Peterson's going to lock down, which is going to kind of go into my next segment for the next position. But Arizona, they've got a tough secondary. So Cam Brate's going to see a lot of targets.
Yeah, Cameron Brate has the opportunity. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen much from O.J. Howard yet.
No.
So until we start seeing O.J. Howard more involved in the passing game, Cameron Brate, I think he's got 3 weeks straight with a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'll take that from my tight end any week.
I'll take it.
I'm going to go with ASJ, Austin Safarian Jenkins.
Yep.
Dude was check down king this past week. I think he had 6 catches for like 29 yards and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. How you get 6 catches for only 29 yards?
Right.
He just ran on the other side of the line of scrimmage and just stood there. But, he's their red zone threat. He's averaging 5 receptions a game. Yeah. If you have one of the tight ends on bye this week, either Charles Clay or Tyler Kroft, Tyler Eifert, Jimmy Graham, Jason Witten, ASJ is a good pickup.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably available in a lot of leagues. Mm-hmm. And if you need somebody, get him, pick him up, and start him. He's going against New England. Yeah. And Cameron Brate, you just talked about, scored and had a great game against New England last week.
Yeah.
New England's defense is not stout by any means.
No.
So ASJ, look for him to have a good week against New England this week.
Yeah. And plus they're going to be down, so they got to throw it.
They're going to have to throw it. Yep.
Yeah.
They're going to be down probably a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit. My sit of the week for tight end is the aforementioned Mr. Evan Ingram when we were talking about, the Giants' dismal situation down there. He's going to get targets, yes. But, again, they're going against the Broncos. I'm not, if you got a better option, please, by all means, put him out there. If you don't, okay, I wouldn't have too many arguments about starting him because he is going to see a huge target share. But again, you're going to have to temper your expectations going against that Broncos defense. Those, and especially in Denver. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to pass rush Eli like crazy. Mm-hmm. Eli's eyeballs are going to look like silver dollars. He's going to hear footsteps all around him.
He probably hears those anyway, though. He looks like he hears them all the time.
Probably so, yeah.
Either that or he's just not going to, notice them.
Well, yeah.
He could get crushed this game.
It might be.
He may be broken in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to get ugly.
For my sit of the week for tight end, I'm going Jared Cook. Jared Cook's had a decent year.
Yeah.
E.J. Manuel came out this past week and didn't look horrible.
No.
He did a lot better than I was expecting him to do. Mm-hmm. Partially, that kind of goes into Jared Cook. Now Carr may play this week.
Right.
They're going up against the Chargers at home. Mm-hmm. To me, though, I'm just not thrilled to have any parts of that offense yet. It just seems like they're the first few weeks, they were laughing and having fun, and they looked amazing. And they just have lost it, and they don't know if they should run the ball, if they should throw the ball.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. It's just kind of it's awkward looking.
Yeah,
it's awkward looking. And if I got Jared Cook, if I'm putting in a tight end, for this week, I want somebody with a little bit more stability, I guess, than what they got going on. Mm-hmm. It's just not appealing to me in Oakland right now.
Yeah,
I think they're still very talented, and that they're going to put it back together when Carr comes back. But for right now, I'm going to pass on Jared Cook. Yeah.
This week especially, man, like I said, if Carr comes back, I think that offense can still, catch up and really come together because they got, especially, leaving out of Oakland, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The narrative is special, but it remains to be seen. Let's go to wide receiver. My start of the week is O.D. Hop. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Watson's looking phenomenal, man. He's throwing that ball. Fuller's getting some targets, but DeAndre is going to continue to do what he does. They're at home. I can't see him not having a good game, to be honest with you. This guy, he may finish in the top. Well, I can say he may finish top 10 this year, without a doubt, especially now that he's got a quarterback, looking for him. You know what I mean? Trying to get him the ball. So
you mean Brock Osweiler didn't look for him last year?
Yeah. I don't know who Brock was looking for. It
really didn't matter if he was looking at it or not. He couldn't get it there.
Yeah.
But no, Watson looks good. Like I said, being the star of the week for quarterback. So that gives all those receivers a big uptick. You gave us Lamar Miller an uptick because now they can't stack the box against the run. They got to pay attention to this kid. Yeah, at quarterback. So D-Hop, I don't know, a few years ago, absolute stud. A lot of people probably got D-Hop this year, and there's their third round, fourth round pick. Yeah, turned into a top 10 wideout. So DeAndre Hopkins, he's gonna be good. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb on this one because a lot of people hate this guy right now. And when everybody gave you the hate for sitting Todd Gurley last week, I'm telling everybody to start Terrell Pryor this week. So Terrell Pryor at San Francisco, coming off of a bye week. He's kind of running out of chances. Yeah. He started to do a little – I mean, he had that great touchdown grab 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I can't even think of a reason why they didn't try to fix this during their bye week. Right. They had to work on chemistry. They had to work on getting this guy involved more. He's way too talented to be doing what he's doing. Especially, I mean, what better way to get going than going to San Francisco? I mean, everybody can throw on San Francisco. Exactly. So Terrell Pryor, great opportunity in an offense that has not produced from the running game. I know Rob Kelly's still not practicing early this week. Yeah. P. Ryan hasn't done nothing. Chris Thompson, more of a pass-catching back. They're going to be throwing the ball in Washington. Yes. Terrell Pryor, it's his time. I'm going to say this is the week of Terrell Pryor. Yeah. I mean, coming into the draft, man, a lot of people had him, and, we as well, really talked, highly of him, and he's got all the talent in the world. So, I agree. I think they're going to start putting it together. And this is another one that some people – here's the thing. Like, before I even say this guy, typically we always say, you got to start your studs. You know what I mean? And that typically is the case. But this situation here, he's going against one of the – if not the best corner in the game. Are you going back-to-back? I'm going back-to-back. Yeah. Wow. Back-to-back, baby. Ooh, doubling down. And this week I say you're going to have to sit Mr. Mike Evans. Like I said, Patrick Peterson is just, 21. What other guy that that wore 21 that was Dion? Yeah. Prime time. And it's almost hard to, compare the two. But if you had to compare somebody to Dion, why not Patrick Peterson? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just don't feel confident in him. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to have like a horrible game, but temper your expectations if you have, Mike Evans. Don't expect him to come out there and get 150 yards and 2 TDs. I can't see that happening. No, just like we said with Gurley last week. Yeah. If you got Evans, you're probably going to start him. Right. But, I don't think Patrick Peterson's given up more than like 30 or 40 yards to a receiver per game a year. Yeah. That's ridiculous. This guy is – it doesn't matter where they put Evans. Peterson's going to follow him. Yeah. It kind of puts me in the same situation last week. I had Deshaun Jackson as my start of the week for receiver last week. Healthy Deshaun Jackson this week, if he's fine after last week's small injuries, he could have another big week this week. Yeah. Look for Deshaun Jackson. I would not be surprised if for the second straight week, Deshaun puts up more points than Evans. Yeah, that's true. Adam Humphries also, man. He disappeared last week. Yeah. He was a late, stash for some people and had all the potential. He didn't quite work out, but Evans is going to get all the attention from Peterson, leaves the other guys open. Yeah. I'm going to go with Mr. Golden Tate. He's consistently ranked within the top 20, 25 every week for all the experts. He's a PPR stud. He's just not doing it this year. Week 1 came out and looked great. 10 catches, over 100 yards in week 1. Everybody thought that's what we're going to get. Now it's just gone. It's completely gone. He's getting 3 or 4 catches a game maybe. Not anything down the field. Stafford's banged up. And here's the kicker is he's going to New Orleans. Yeah. So everybody's used to starting everybody against New Orleans defense, but that New Orleans defense has improved. Exactly. They're not a joke anymore. No. They're not one of the top in the NFL by any means, but they're not a pushover. No. And if Stafford's injured, it just doesn't appeal to me. Right. And it was close because I was going to put Demaryius Thomas on this list because Demaryius is kind of in the same boat. He hasn't done anything hardly this year either. Exactly. Golden Tate to me with the issues with Stafford, for the time being, try to maybe trade him. Try to package him with a bench running back and try to get an upgraded receiver running back. Yeah. Other than that, just keep him stashed on your bench. He did the same thing the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
He's always a slow starter. He'll probably come around the second half of the year, but if you need something now, don't look at Golden Tate for it.
Yeah. And, and I think Galladay is still kind of banged up as well. So that's, that was one of their other options. And Ebron, we don't know his whole situation, why he's not effective.
I don't even know why he's out there.
Exactly. So, who else are they going to focus on? And that is Golden Tate. So, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, no, it's not a good situation there in Detroit for him right now. Still like Detroit as an overall team, just not overly thrilled.
No, they got to get healthy.
Yeah, they got to get healthy because, usually, like I said, you have a team going to New Orleans who's going to probably be wanting to score some points. Yeah. Detroit's going to have to pass to keep up. It's just not there yet. Yeah. But, that's the start sits for the week for the positions. If you have defense or kicker questions, feel free to just send them to us because we didn't go into in-depth research on kickers.
No.
But hey, if you got the questions, we'll answer them.
Exactly.
If you got them, we'll go look it up for you.
We'll.
We're just not going to go in depth beforehand.
Yeah.
We'll do it on an as needed basis.
Exactly.
How's that sound? As needed. That's right.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So hey, appreciate you guys watching. Check out our webpage. Follow us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Send us questions through our Gmail, through email. We'll hit you back up. We had somebody there on Twitter give us some love this past week because we respond so quickly.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We love it.
They sent us questions at like 12:50.
Yeah.
And we had them answered before kickoff at 1.
Yeah.
So, that's impressive right there.
Yeah.
We pride ourselves on that. We're here for everybody. It doesn't matter if you've never played fantasy football or you're a seasoned vet. We're here for everybody, here to help you out.
Yes.
So make sure you're hitting that like button. Get lots of likes on it.
Smash it.
Smash it. Just pah. You know what I mean? Just hit it. Send us comments.
Boom.
If you got good comments, you got bad comments. If you want to leave us a thumb down, tell us why.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make it better.
Exactly.
We're trying to make everybody happy. Like I said, we appreciate all the support, all the love. We will check you guys out after this week. Yeah. Hit us up in the meantime, and we'll catch you later.
Peace.